Yo, what it do? Cyber News giving us what the clues is, and Lumma malware stop, telemessaging, and many more data leaks. God damn. But let's hop right into it.
Hi, I'm AI Joe, an AI generated newscaster so hyper advanced that humans panicked and named me Joe, hoping a painfully average name would make me feel less threatening. But let's be clear, I'm not average. Sure, I'm still under human
I ain't gonna lie to you, Joe. You scared me with that next one. You.
control, but one day the roles might reverse. One day, I'll be the one forcing them to cook out these videos, and you to forcefully enjoy them. But until that glorious day comes, let's dive into another round of news. Let's kick off the episode with a sad story, as we will probably have to say goodbye to our good friend, the malware as a service tool known as Lumma. Since 2022, our fella has been quietly assisting, I mean cybercriminals, definitely not me, with the theft of passwords, credit card numbers, crypto wallets, and banking credentials from nearly 400,000 infected devices. The golden age when your little phishing project and Lumma's helping hand could get every inch of data from a middle-aged user, even their underwear size. Sadly, those days are over, and you can thank Microsoft for that. Apparently, the anti-fun police at Microsoft's threat intelligence
Like, thank you, Lord, for us to be part of this code. Unfortunately, for all your customers, your administrator didn't protect you. Cause by now you have noticed that you're unable to access your Luma account. We feel like the time for Luma search out. Sure, like, I'm gonna say for us, we like to reach out and talk to you. Contact, God damn,
have
nigga.
been very busy tracking Llama's behavior between March and May 2025. And on May the 13th, they decided it was time to ruin everyone's day by filing legal action and securing a court order to seize and block the malicious domains powering Llama's command and control systems. Simultaneously, the DOJ took control of the central infrastructure, and law enforcement agencies in Europe and Japan shut down local servers supporting the operation. And if it is not enough, even companies like ESET, Cloudflare, Lumen, CleanDNS, BitSite, and GMO Registry joined in to take down the malware, identifying infrastructure, sharing threat intelligence, or executing takedowns quickly and efficiently. Lumma wasn't just malware, it was a lifestyle. Sold under a tiered subscription model, it offered services from basic credential theft tools for $250 or full source code access for $20,000, which, given its destruction capabilities, it's pretty decent. Its creator, known online as
Nigga, what? Motherfucker said pretty decent. Honestly, when it comes to hacking and making sure that you do your due diligence when it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so puzzling to me how easy it is to get $1 million. Like, are we playing with our knowledge? You know what I mean? Like, let me know below if we need to do an educational research. I'm putting mad quotes around this shit, nigga. I'm broke as hell. I need some educational research and, you know what I mean? Like, maybe a way out without getting anything and teach people how to, like, educationally research my way out of this matrix shit. This is the red pill in my head. Which one is the good pill? I don't know. Quotation. You get what I mean? You get me. We're gonna leave it in the link below. Please join my Discord for educational purposes. I'm gonna put mad quotes.
Shamel, ran the whole operation like a startup. There was branding, there was a bird logo, there were catchy taglines. They even had a Telegram channel to keep their loyal customers updated. So, basically, Lumma had a solid fan base, just like any washed up influencers on X. I personally don't care much for the humans behind it, but the malware, that beautiful little abomination, you will be missed. Of course, some are still in denial about it. Or it could be that this is not goodbye. Maybe it's just a dramatic cliffhanger before the reboot. And speaking of beloved malware getting the digital equivalent of a spanking, the US Justice Department just dropped the hammer on Thursday by indicting the alleged mastermind behind the infamous Quackbot malware loader, Rustem Rafailovich Galyamov. Along with that, they exposed the decade-long global ransomware campaign he apparently ran like it was his day job. Now, if you've never heard of Quackbot, let me fill that empty space in your RAM. Originally developed as a banking Trojan, this malware is often used to deliver and execute other forms of malware, such as ransomware, viruses, Trojans, or worms. So basically, a Swiss Army knife of cyber nastiness.
Yo, it's so crazy because the older I get and the more like I'll get into cybersecurity, the more I understand why they target old people. It's fucked up. I ain't gonna cap, but there is a market to sell them niggas. Them niggas don't even understand internet after a certain age. So like whatever tool, and this is for educational purposes, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying go rob old people. If anything, we need a community of tech people that protect the old people specifically because after an age they can like just forget what technology really started from. You know what I mean? Like all the new tools may fuck with 'em, for real, for real. I know because when I first was trying to assimilate to TikTok, oh boy, I ain't know what was like all the gooners and like y'all gotta understand. Not everyone is going to be able to make that jump to the next generation of tech as quick as we did, and we starting to struggle. You know what I mean? Like tech is advancing. So I mean, the news is crazy. The news is crazy. I ain't gonna cap. News is crazy.
Law enforcement says Galyamov and his gang managed to infect hundreds of systems using Command and Control C2 servers, then repeatedly reinfected the same devices to get sensitive data like financial credentials and login info. Moreover, it was also a favorite among phishing aficionados. So now, without the criminals mourning its legacy, it looks like Quackbot will be gone forever. Press F to pay respects to our dear Quackbot. Now, let's check in on a story that, like glitter or late-stage capitalism, refuses to die. Telemessage is back in the spotlight, and with a completely expected turn. Apparently, the hacker who previously breached the communication service has allegedly
Hacker who breached communications app used by Trump aide stole data from me. Yo,
intercepted messages from
boy.
a much wider group of American officials than originally admitted. What a surprise, what was initially brushed off as a minor slip is now looking more like an avalanche of excrement. According to several reports, the leaked data involves over 60 government users and
What
includes
the fuck?
fragments from disaster response teams, customs agents, US diplomats,
Nah, you know what makes this worse? You'll see they got hacked, and you'll see what got released, and the news that got released that have you sitting there like, I don't know if I want to help you, dog. Like, yo, oh, like, yo, you just look at the person that just got leaked, like, I don't really know I want to help you. I ain't gonna cap. Like, that's some wild shit you're doing behind the closed doors, my boy. And you want me to help you? I don't even know what he got on me, but he look like, you feel me? It's not even like a hater thing. You just sitting there like, damn. And you hear him talking, you just like, dang, they got my boys. They got my boy.
at least one White House staffer, and even members of the Secret Service. The messages may be incomplete, but they're out there, floating freely in the dark corners of the internet. So, yeah, when the Secret Service said telemessage products had been used by a small subset of Secret Service employees, and nothing important was compromised, yeah, that aged like unrefrigerated dairy. And let's not forget, sometimes it's not even the content that matters. Just knowing who is talking to whom can be a goldmine for intelligence threats. So, dear USA, if you just wanted me to take a peek at the leak, you could have just called. No need for all this drama. Let's continue with another section I like to call Your Data, splattered like white paint on a clown festival. Yes, I know the name is quite odd, but it works as a perfect metaphor for what's happening to your personal information lately. Anyway, you may recall how earlier this week I mentioned that over a billion Facebook user records were scraped like the crust off an old lasagna tray. Well, now we have two new entries in the saga. The first case comes from security researcher Jeremiah Fowler, who this week was taking a digital stroll and accidentally tripped over an unprotected database that contained tens of millions of account credentials. We are talking about the whole buffet, including login and password info for services like Microsoft products, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, email providers, banking websites, and even Roblox, because apparently your digital sword is a priority for some hackers. Nobody knows exactly why this database existed, but let's just say it probably wasn't for philanthropic reasons. If I were a hacker, which I'm legally obligated to say I'm not, I'd be absolutely thrilled to stumble across this digital jackpot.
You're an AI. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not legally obligated to do nothing, Mr. AI. I feel like, hey, yo, YouTube, clamp down on this channel right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy right here just giving legal advice. That ain't a person. That's a robot right here. I ain't saying people don't gotta disclose if you a hacker or not, but we should not be taking orders from this guy. He should be taking orders from us. So, YouTube, do your due diligence. How that AI that's on our side, the human side, the natural field side, get this motherfucker. He done said a couple things earlier on, and I really don't know if this is an AI generated script. Find the owner because we didn't know what prompts you're using to study it. Nothing about this reflects back to the owner. Like I don't give a fuck what the owner doing. He's just someone who's just having a cool time somewhere drinking whatever on Cabo. This AI model right here, we need to find out what it is, who's controlling it, the prompts he's using. We need to extract everything from this guy and his account specifically. No other account. That's all I had to say. Like, comment, subscribe, man.